On May 26, we had a big event in Nusa Penida. We gathered together about 200 pupils from local schools in our village Desaped. There was a big cleanup, some training program, live music, and food for the volunteers. It was the final event of the education outreach program organized by Save the Plastic and Yanica Grancharska. She gave talks in several schools to bring awareness about land and marine plastic pollution. Yanica is the founder of Save the Plastic. She worked on similar projects earlier in Hawaii and Thailand. She was explaining to children what is the difference between plastic and organic trash. What is the danger of plastic for soil, for the ocean, for marine life and seabirds. The cleanup was organized to celebrate the end of this first session of education program. The immediate visible outcomes from the cleanup are more than 500 kilograms of trash collected and a cleaner village. And the long-term result is the change that occurs in the minds of people. This outreach campaign targets children because they are the future of this island, this country and this planet. And training should start with them. They will become the heads of villages, owners of businesses. And then the changes, which many are waiting for, can really happen. We can wait for the changes, think that the big guy from above will solve all the problems for us, or we can initiate these changes at a local level. And then they will come dictated from below. Such a big event with a lot of people, music and food was held for the first time. But in general, we organize weekly cleanups in Nusa Penida since early December. They take place every Monday. At 4:30 p.m. we meet in different parts of the island and we clean the area for about an hour. Initially, I started organizing cleanups by choosing the neighbors and gathering people together. I told them, let's clean up the territory around us. It's getting uncomfortable to live here. After holding several events, we joined a global project called Trash Hero. It's a non-governmental organization that once started on the small island Kolipe in Thailand. A group of friends just decided to clean the beach together, with fun and smiles, without accusing anyone, just as a pleasant pastime. Now it has grown into a global organization. It is most widely spread in Thailand. There are about 50 cities, islands and places that are engaged in daily or weekly regular cleanups. There are more than 20 chapters in Indonesia so far, and most of them are created by local residents. I've seen that during the family meeting of Trash Hero in May, which was held in Ubud for 3 days. All the chapters of Indonesia came together. And I saw that there are a lot of intelligent, responsible and conscious people in Indonesia. They perfectly understand what's happening with plastic, if we talk about pollution. There was a very small number of foreigners at that meeting, and it's very cool. The idea of Trash Hero and these weekly cleanups is more than just picking up trash. Although now, for example, after 6 months, I can say that our village pad is the cleanest one in Nusa Penida. The idea is to change the attitude of people towards garbage through these cleanups, to change the attitude to consumption. It's logical. When a person has spent an hour of their time crawling along the ditches or along the beach collecting garbage, the attitude towards the garbage will change. There is no recycling facility in Nusa Penida, neither in Bali, and everything that can be recycled is shipped to Java for processing. Indonesian businesses begin to understand that plastic, rubbish, lying around our feet is also money. And companies that are engaged in waste management, in fact, earn money by sorting the garbage and sending it for processing. There is a well-known organization named Eco Bali, which sets baskets of different colors for different types of trash. A large company for ocean came to Bali not long ago. Originally, they are from Florida and focus on cleaning beaches. They have around 30 employees working in Bali full-time, who walk along the beach and collect trash, which is further processed. What I see as my personal challenge is to attract some kind of company like this to Nusa Penida. Changing people's mind is good, some kind of training is good. But the garbage problem is a multi-level issue. Changes need to occur at different levels, starting from the bottom by teaching children to give up the plastic straws, and then climbing to governments and big companies that are the part of the waste management process. Everyone who is involved in our project Trash Hero Nusa Penida are just volunteers who care about the island. I live in this island, I consider it as my home, and I want this home to be cleaner. I have a business here, I have a family. And this is just free time, which we are ready to invest in the life of the island. I live here because I have a free diving school. And in fact, everyone who has been to Bali during the rainy season knows this problem perfectly. When you swim around the plastic bags in the ocean. People like to say that this is not our garbage. It was brought from somewhere, from Java or from Lombok. But we all understand that garbage in the ocean does not appear just like that. It is washed from the land. And this is the problem that many owners of tour companies and businesses are facing right now. This is one of the reasons why we should not wait for the decision from above. If it's important for us to satisfy our customers who come to the hotels, dive centers, with the services we provide them. But there is another problem, invisible, and very few people think about it. The plastic that we see are microplastics. They can be seen and spoil our beautiful photographs. But there are also microplastics. Once created, plastic never disappears from the planet. It simply breaks up into smaller particles that continue to float in the water, seep into the ground, get into the tap water. Microplastic particles are being found in the tap water in developed countries. The particles enter our bodies and poison them. This is the invisible problem, which many environmentalists are already alarming about. So far, there are no solutions for removing microplastics from the water. And the only one thing we can do, I mean every person, is to reduce the amount of these microplastics and macroplastics that get into the ocean. At this stage, the only strategy that helps somehow to slow it down is the philosophy. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. Refuse is to refuse some new plastic when it's possible. Reduce is to reduce its consumption. Reuse is to reuse what is possible. Recycle, send what is possible for recycling. This is not some kind of eco-terrorism or hippie philosophy. This is the approach to the way of life that each of us can adhere. Take a reusable bag with you to the store, get a bamboo straw or a glass straw and stop using the plastic straws. Buy a reusable bottle for water that you can refill over and over again. There are many projects in Bali that support such a conscious approach to consumption. One of the most simple and convenient that I use is called Refill My Bottle. It's an application for the smartphone with a map of refill stations. You can open the application, see where is the nearest point where you can refill a bottle, either free of charge or for a small money. And instead of buying a new plastic bottle every time, you can refill yours. Statistics show that in Bali, on average in a month, only tourists generate more than 6 million plastic bottles. it can be a big step forward if more of us use less of these plastic bottles.
Большой шаг вперед.
A separate bag for not recyclable is there. Organic is in compost pile. The output is not completely zero waste, but the waste is very small if you control this. It's the solution to the garbage problem for Indonesia. Eco-bricks. All unprocessed plastic is squeezed into the bottle very tightly. Then you can do many interesting and useful things from these bottles. There is a bunch of recipes on the website ecobricks.org. What is possible to make from this? Starting from buildings and ending with some furniture and some other cool inventions.
Не нужно каких-то подвигов, не нужно в корне менять свою жизнь.
You don't need to perform any feats, radically change your life, or become a hippie who refuses any packaging. Changing your lifestyle and your habits overnight is very difficult.
Что лично я делаю, например, у меня всегда и везде.
What I personally do, I always have reusable bags in a bike, in the pocket of a bike, in the trunk, in my backpack. There are the Trash Hero bags that fold into a small pack that can cling to the keys. And these bags can be always with you. And there is no question anymore. Damn, I've forgotten my bag. I will take the plastic bag. Well, if I've forgotten, okay, I will take it. But I can take small steps in order not to forget.
То же самое, когда у меня есть бутылка с собой.
The same when I have a bottle with me. I have a habit of drinking water in this hot climate. I never leave without my reusable bottle.
Осознанный какой-то подход.
A conscious approach to consumption does not require much effort, and the key word is conscious.
Ключевое слово как раз осознанность. Лично у меня нет какой-то.
I don't personally have any global goal to save the world.
Миру не нужно спасать. Эта планета, в общем-то,
The world does not need to be saved. This planet has outlasted people and will outlast further.
Мое личное желание и цель сделать.
My personal desire and purpose is to make my life and the lives of people around me cleaner. I don't like to swim in the ocean full of plastic. I don't like walking on the beach covered with plastic.
Я абсолютно уверен, что используя какие-то.
And I'm sure that with some small steps, changing our habits and the habits of people around, we can change the situation. At the very least, we should try to change it, or to slow down the crisis which is gradually approaching,
Превращая планету Земля.
turning the planet Earth into the plastic planet.
Делать это или нет, выбор.
To be part of this movement is a personal choice.
Я свой выбор сделал.
I made my choice.